How to recycle lead from a lead acid battery. Okay guys, so this type of battery that I'm specifically doing today, these are what you're going to find in uninterruptible power supplies for computers, or like those little kid cars that people drive around. This is today, I'm not going over a car battery. Those are a little bit different, and if you'd like, I can do another video on how to recycle lead from those. But these are like these smaller ones that you'll find in electronics all over the place. And this is for education purposes. Attempt this at your own risk. It can be dangerous. Also, you know, there's all the warnings on here, but it does say, hey, recycle this thing. So that's exactly what we're going to do. You should only do this on batteries that are completely dead. This one was at the end of life and it was just not capable of delivering much current. Be careful with this. You can also drain it with a resistor, and I can put a link to a resistor below that you could use to drain this out. Okay, so first things first is you're going to want some safety equipment. So you're going to want your eyes, your ears, and I like to wear gloves for these. They're lead acid. Now honestly, I have found that the acids in these are really not that intense on these smaller ones. Now car batteries, that's a different story, but I'm still going to wear gloves. A powerful acid would eat right through these, but this isn't enough to do that. So and then they do not make these very openable at all. I mean, you can see a seam along here, but you can try to pry at that and use as many 4-letter words as you'd like, and you're never getting that open. So I like to go get an anger grinder and then literally just cut her open. So I'm just going to cut along the top here and show you what the inside looks like. Okay, once you get open the way, you're going to want to go get yourself some more precision tools and pry the dang thing open. Okay, this is what it's going to look like when you get in here. Now all these conductors are also made of lead, so you're going to want to hang on to this, and then any of the crap will just float to the top when we melt it down. Now getting the first cell out is the hard part. Once you get that out, then they'll usually start to come out pretty easy. So to get the first one out, mostly just brute force, and you want to keep the parts intact as much as possible. I'll show you what they look like, just because it's going to make it easier to throw away the part that is known junk. So I'm going to start prying up on this part right here. So there's going to be an anode and cathode and a separator. I don't know which one's which, to be honest with you. But this is the separator, this part here. And this is the part we're just going to throw away because it doesn't have any lead in it. It's just kind of like a fabric-y thing. These are the parts that have lead in them, and you can feel they're kind of heavy. Now, the percentage of lead is not super high. It's much higher in these top parts, but we'll melt it all down all the same. Okay, now that we have part of it out, now we're going to get a little bit more space in here to work with, and it's a little bit easier. Okay, some of these didn't come out quite as elegantly as I'd like. This stuff has quite a bit of lead in it as well, but less so than these other silver parts, and you just kind of feel it by weight. So you can melt this down as well, but I'll leave that up to you. But essentially, these two cells came out really well, and it shows you the different parts a little bit better. So there's that part we'll keep. This part we'll throw away. This part you'll keep. Let's throw away. And just okay, once you get them all separated, you have a bunch of these and a bunch of these. You can stick in a pot. So this is one that I was working on earlier, and there's two ways to do this. You can put all these in the pot and on their own and just kind of let them melt, and you can see they're kind of starting to get shiny and melt, and if I pull this up, some lead will come out. You can see some even leaked out right there. The better way to do it is you get your lead pot about half full of lead, and then you stick one or two of these in there, let the lead melt out, let the crap float to the top, scoop it off, and repeat. That way the molten lead already can extract it a little bit easier out of these, rather than just stick it in here, because then you have a lot of crap in there that you gotta fish out. Okay, this is what it looks like when you get down a little ways and it's been melting for quite a while, or an eternity. But yeah, you can see good clean lead under there. Okay, so then once you do that, you can go ahead and make yourself an ingot. Now, every time I cast anything out of this lead pot, YouTube gives me a strike and takes down the video, so I can't show you a dang thing about that. Now, is it worth it? The answer is absolutely not. So this little guy here weighs about 1.1 to 1.2 ounces. And then the slag, because you can't perfectly filter your lead. Now, if you had a better way to do it, then that would be better. Now, the slag that I pulled off of it at the end weighs about, depending on when I did it, weighed between 0.8 and 0.9 ounces. So that means per every little one of these wafers, I'm only getting about
0.2 to 0.3 ounces of lead. And there's quite a few of them, but I mean, at the end of the day, I bet you, I didn't wait before and after the battery. I should have, but I bet you I probably only got about half a pound, maybe a little bit more than that, out of that whole battery. So is it worth it? No. But if you want to give it a shot, you're bored out of your mind, go ahead. If you have any other tips on how to do it better, also please put that in the comment section below. As always, guys, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.